we should only go like one person at a time.
Well, we're not going to share the secret because it's a bonus in the course, guys.
That allows us to get data, right? Like,
I'm dreaming, oh, I believe in this dream I've been dreaming, oh, I'm dreaming, oh, I believe in this dream I've been dreaming, oh.
Hello.
Oh, where are you?
I'm in an office.
That's your home office?
yeah, that's actually the podcast. That's my little podcast room at home.
Okay. Marion is back. You being on vacation destroyed me emotionally. Like, we gotta move. And then you came back and you're sick, but now you're feeling better? Almost?
Oh yeah, I'm back on track, man. It was I'm back at it 100%. It was a cruel. So I land. I'm trying to remember. I think it was December 18, and literally 2 days later, I get sick. My brother was sick, and then I just it was one of those things. So I got a virus, but a pretty bad one. I don't pay attention to flu stuff and things like that. But anyway, it's gone now. I'm back on track.
So he's back. We're crushing it. So update for people watching in. Where are we with the course, and what's the plan for the next month?
Yeah, so we had some lessons that we learned. So previously, we talked about seeing what this and how people will respond, especially cold leads, how we'll respond to the 2K price point, and if we would have broken that down into a different offer. So usually we look at things like this. All right, are we getting enough leads? Yes. So we got plenty of leads. What's the percentage of people buying? It was roughly around 2% at some point out of the webinar. So what we realized, cool, it was those were all mainly cold leads. So we understood that, okay, people were not responding to the 2K offer as well as we were hoping to. Therefore, right now, we have a complete brand new sales page. Before, it was webinar straight to the order page. It wasn't necessarily a sales page.
Okay.
It was more of an order page. Right now, so right now we got an actual sales page that does almost I'm trying to see how should I break it down to be easier to understand. So instead of adding a sales call between the webinar and the 2K point, we're testing now a sales page to $1,000 price point, and we use the one-on-one call with Jeremy, which is your YouTube assistant, as an upsell part. So what that's going to allow us to do is we're going to be able to see, okay, out of the same number of leads, are these people more interested in buying that type of offer? We want to see exactly what is the thing that actually people see more value. Is it the community plus the course material? Is it just the course material itself? Or is the one-on-one component where you can actually speak to somebody over the phone? So that's going to allow us in probably, I would say, less than 2 weeks, we'll know, 2 to 3 weeks, I would say, we should know if we stick with that offer or we decide to leave the 2K and we add the phone call in between as a selling point. I'm not talking about the call where people will get enrolled with Jeremy.
So they get, what did we talk about? They get 3 calls with Jeremy? What's the offer?
So previously it was built in as an enrollment call. After I talked to you, you agreed to say, hey, let's just actually bump that up and do 3 calls. So
Okay.
right now so right now it's 3 calls for basically $1,000.
Got it. So the course, so people are going to watch an ad on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. They're hitting the landing page. On there, there's the webinar, and then we're selling it at 1,000. People can buy it. And after they buy it, they get hit with an upsell to say, hey, if you want 3 calls with my YouTube expert, it's an extra $1,000.
It's a bumper. It's one of those order bumper offers. So it's right there. They can just check a box and add the 3 calls on it right
wow.
away.
Okay.
It's not an upsell that you don't have to, that's usually like the actual upsell usually doesn't convert as better as the order bump.
Okay. I've never
then
seen an
just
order.
check-
I've never seen an order bumper that's the same price as the, like, isn't that, I would think it's too high ticket, but it's okay. You're the guy.
So I mean, we'll see exactly how people respond to it. But
Yeah.
the reason that I think it's actually powerful, no, it would be a higher ticket if it wouldn't be an actual one-on-one conversation. Now, in this case, it's not even just one; it's 3 calls. So it's a
Right.
it's a pretty, impressive change. Like, hey, you can either go with this and do it at your own pace, plus enjoy the coaching calls with you, the group calls. But hey, some people need that one-on-one component.
Right.
And you being able to add it as a 3 one-on-one calls, that's huge.
Cool. Okay. So that's going. We need a couple weeks to get the data on that.
Yeah. I think the first people that will respond to this, we have a broadcast on a ManyChat broadcast. So ManyChat, just do a quick update. All the people that sign up to the webinar, sign up to your website. We have a little chat bubble in there that people can still log in and get the free YouTube map. Different ways for people to sign up for that, but we have a broadcast for tonight that goes out to the entire list, and then we have tomorrow morning an email that will go tomorrow afternoon, roughly around noon time, that will go out to all the leads. So then we'll see how people respond right away, because we still have, I don't know, probably altogether more than 2,000 leads.
And are people still, I'm just logging into my ManyChat to see, people are still getting in because they're hitting the webinar
There are multiple
page?
ways. So they can, not even just that, they can sign up. So you still have a couple ads that are running, and if people comment, they get enrolled into ManyChat. We have a chat bubble on your website where we give them a free YouTube roadmap that they can sign up. Different ways to sign up for that.
Okay.
So like multiple ways that people, like every day I see, because I see in my notifications, every day people jump in and sign up for ManyChat. So that allows us to get data, right? Like maybe for a while, we don't necessarily broadcast the entire list, so we don't burn the bridge basically. But when we have, a new training, like sometimes, and I think at this point in time, we have a long form, almost like an hour presentation slide webinar, and then we have a shorter version of it, and then we also have four videos that are like 40 minutes long each, that kind of breaks down more than what you talk in the webinar itself. So when we send the broadcast to them, we don't send it as an offer. We send them as a, hey, watch this training where Evan's sharing his 2020 YouTube strategies, and then they watch that, and then below they can actually see extra bonuses that he just added. So we just added those 4 bonuses to the course, which is a huge addition in my opinion, especially the one that you talk about, the YouTube ads, because a lot of advanced people, like people that already have, let's say 10,000, maybe even 100,000 subs, and they grew organically, but right there you share a powerful strategy. So I'm really pumped for that, especially for people that already have, good sized channels.
Yeah, those four new ones are pretty. The saturation one though, I don't know if you saw. Did you watch through the saturation video?
The saturation one is the one. That one I didn't, and the one with, I think it's called the Google Trend Money Machine or something like that. Those two I didn't have a chance to watch them.
I was going through. So the saturation secret. Well, we're not going to share the secret because it's a bonus in the course, guys. Got to go with the course. But I share an example. One of the thumbnails I worked on that was getting 200 views a day. This is a like 4-year-old video or something. So that's not bad. Like a 4-year-old video, still getting 200 views a day. This is why you need to be on YouTube, because the content lives forever. Like 4 years later, it's still getting a couple hundred views a day. It's like 250. And then I started playing with a thumbnail under this new secret path that I'm playing with. And all of a sudden, so I use TubeBuddy to split test. And you do 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off. And so it would be 250, to then 350, and then back down to 225, and then 325. And so like there'd be at least 100 bonus each time. So I said, okay, well, this is working. So we applied it. And then after we picked it as the winner, the next day it was getting like 400, 450.
Damn. I gotta go and watch that tonight.
You wait like 2 weeks later, 3,000, 6,000 a day. Yeah, because what happens is if you have good content that then you've tweaked the thumbnail on and you improve the click-through rate, YouTube serves it to way more people.
Got it.
So
okay.
Even though it was only going up a little bit, like for my current audience, it was only going from 250 to 350. You might say, well, that's not a big deal, but that's a big improvement in the click-through rate. And so now YouTube's not just serving it to hardcore people who they'll know like it, say, huh, people are liking this. We're going to make it hit a broader audience, and the video pops and blows up. So that was a real-time example that happened on my channel while I was making that video. So I was sharing screen captures of it to show what's going on.
And that's just organically, right? Like there's no.
Yeah, all organic, 100% organic. Yeah.
That's powerful.
Yeah, look at that one. Anyway, I was excited by that one. But yeah, so we recorded the 4 bonus videos. So
and then you also recorded not a presentation, but you just shared like the extra bonuses that you added in there. So I'm pumped for that because that's actually really powerful too.
Right. So Marion, you know, I always say, hey, Marion, I have time free. Tell me what you need. How can I help? What do you need from me? And every now and then he gives me a project. And so he said, make a video talking about those 4 new bonus videos that you recorded. And I recorded, I don't know how long it was, like a 20-minute video or something.
I think it was like half an hour long.
Was it? It could have been.
And
I'm just trying to bring tons of value. Like there's a lot of free value in that video. And then I scroll up and I saw Marion's instructions said just, 2 to 3 minutes. Like, oh man. All right. Because it's not just about a sales job. I want to bring value in everything we create. Okay. So that's out. That's being tested. Did we do the second? We did one of our own webinars together, right? Where you like asked me questions and we were going to turn that into something. Have we done that?
Yeah, into slides. It's not recorded. It's not out there. The reason that because for a while I actually told you, hey, Evan, I'm going to send you the slides and we're going to need this recorded. And I don't know what I said at the time. The reason that I haven't went all in for that is I realized like I was convinced that the hot leads, the cold leads will buy the same way that the cold leads, the hot leads did. But what happened was I realized, and I kind of knew that it wasn't the same thing, but I just said, let me just try it because the numbers won't lie. Like I can debate, I can strategize, you can have your opinion on it, I can have my opinion on it, but at the end of the day, it's numbers. Like numbers will never lie.
Yeah.
So when I realized that, okay, people didn't necessarily buy when we released it as the regular price to the cold leads straight from webinar, but then when we did the I think it was the Black Friday offer straight to they were like kind of semi-cold, right? Because they were cold leads coming from ads, but they were signing up to the mini chat, right? So they were still getting more content specifically from YouTube, related to YouTube from you. So when I first saw that, then I realized like, okay, so people do buy, but they don't buy right off a webinar. That is just one or two things. One, it's either the offer not structured specifically for this sales process, which for us was add, auto webinar, and then buy. Or two, it wasn't the sales page in between because we had it straight to the order page. So that's what we're doing now. We have a full blown sales page, which I strongly believe that is going to perform the way that I expected. Okay. And then if that doesn't work, then we'll switch it to the full slide webinar that I talked before. So that's why I didn't want to give up, because then it would have been hard to say if we would have changed that right away into the slide type webinar. If that would have not converted, at that point it would have had more than one problem. It would have been, oh, is it the webinar and the offer? Is it just one of it? What's the problem? So that's why I said, no, let's keep that one, because it seems that people are still watching it. Like the watch time was the fact that actually made me still keep this type of presentation, and then let's just add the sales page, add more bonuses, change the structure of the offer, now leaving people the option to choose from, hey, I need 3 coaching calls, one-on-one coaching calls, or I'm just good with me doing it myself. So that's what we're testing right now.
I just want to make sure I'm linking. I guess we could do this after, but just making sure that from my homepage, I have a section that says what I'm excited about, and I link to the YouTube course. I just want to make sure we're linking to the right page. Yes. So webinar, auto webinar opt-in 331-37430. Just making sure we're hitting.
The page. Yeah, and so then from there, people will be able to watch the actual.
Okay, hold on. Actually, we can do that. I can share screen. Hold on. Let me share my screen. We can show people what we're talking about. So this is my screen. Here's me. What I'm excited about. Built to serve my new book, and then the second thing is YouTube Bootcamp.
Yep.
So I click here, and is this the right page that I should be linking to?
Yes, yeah. Because people will watch it, and then they'll get an email with the actual order page once the webinar is done. Yeah, that's the right.
So
that's the right page. Yep.
Still the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that one doesn't change.
Okay. And then the second thing that we haven't really gone into yet, but we're looking at is the affiliates.
Yep. Yeah. So that one, I think, and I strongly believe that one will just convert because the affiliates usually add their own bonuses to it. So most likely, I'm not really worried about that, to be honest. I'm pretty sure, like whoever, I don't know which one you're going to choose first, if it's Grant or if it's somebody in your network of other YouTubers that you're going to allow people to. But at first, I would say we should only go like one person at a time, and just make a list of your 5 ideal friends or 5 ideal people that the audience can actually benefit from, and then we'll just go with them. But we're never gonna open up to the entire public. Like that's not a good idea.
So I think the next step with that is, so I talked to my agent on the last episode of this series about that, and he's saying what we need to do is have a one-pager about what the thing is, a link to send them. Obviously, that's going to be customized. It will track their information. So I actually don't know how to do that, but I'm assuming you know how to do that. The one-pager will just pitch the opportunity. It doesn't have to be, it's not going to cold people. It's going to be the people that we know, but still so they have something, so they kind of know what it's about. But then giving them a link to go to. So would we send them again to this auto webinar, but just with a custom ID at the end that tracks them?
What's the page that the affiliates will send their people to? Mm-hmm. Or what's the page that we're going to send the affiliates to?
No, what's the page the affiliates are going to send their people to?
Oh, so yes, it'll go straight to the webinar, but it'll have a unique link for each one of them.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And then the other thing he was suggesting was having messaging that they could send out to their audience
all the time. Yeah. Whether
that's an email, whether that's a text. I mean, I don't know, whatever, Instagram.
Yeah, we usually it's always so pretty much the same messaging that you're using. Well, kind of, but everybody should have their own, because Grant's audience, he knows what the audience wants, or at least the person that's emailing the list from his team. Some other, anybody knows their audience much better than you do. So you give them some templates, of course.
Yeah.
But then everybody needs to add their own messaging to it. But yeah, every affiliate usually has Facebook and Instagram posts, a series of at least 4 to 5 email follow-ups, and that's usually what it is. And even a swipe up, but essentially you already have. We kind of have the assets, unless you want to take it a step further. And let's say we make a list of the 5 people, right? And let's say it's, I don't know, Grant, Lewis, and a couple other. And then if you want to have your designer actually do some assets that show both faces, both your face and Grant face on the same social media ad
Yeah.
or on the same, swipe up ad or things like that, then we can do it like that too. But that would be on a case by case individual. So I think it would be you reaching out to them individually and see if they have the time, if they are willing to promote this as an affiliate. And then if they say yes, because you never know, like maybe somebody's in the middle of their launch and then they'll say, hey, I'm able to do it next month or whatever.
I think it'll move fairly quickly. And somebody might be in the middle of a launch, maybe they say next month, but I think we'll be able to get a number of people who will want to do this fairly quickly. And so we need to be ready to go with all this
stuff. We'll have like a generic folder.
But do we have a 5 email sequence template that we can use?
Yeah.
Is that
the one that you?
The one that I use, like the 4-day course?
Well, yeah. So for the webinar, no, we actually have even for the webinar different email templates that we use, and plus on top of that, also for the free course. So what's actually cool about it is they can use both. They can use both funnels to promote this. They can use the webinar, and they can also use the free course.
Well, they're going to do basically what we tell them to do. I mean, they're going to have feedback and whatever, but I don't want to give them too many options to say, hey, we could do this course or we could do the webinar. They're going to say, well, what's working better?
Yeah,
and we'll do that one.
Yeah, it's obviously the webinar is the one that pretty much, because it's the easiest way to it's the fastest route to buy.
So
that's the highest converting to.
So we can do the webinar. So we already have 4 to 5 emails that we've sent out templates for the webinar.
Yes.
That I wrote, that you wrote?
So the webinar comes, I had, let me see, I think it's 5 or 6. I don't remember exactly. I think it's 5 or 6.
Okay.
And that's usually kind of a generic one. Now, of course, we can add more, but it's in there. You went in there. You probably don't remember, but you went in there and looked at each one of them.
Okay. and these we were sending to who? My email list? People who sign up for the webinar?
Exactly, yeah.
But then they're going to get the email again. No?
Well, if they are on both your list and somebody else's list, then yeah, that's what I'm saying, that every affiliate usually adds a little bit of flavor in those emails. So
I got it. But the people who got my emails, they signed up for the webinar and then they got the emails, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So you didn't just send them. You send them basically first an email, say, hey, watch this free training. And then when they sign up, only people that sign up for the webinar, they actually got the follow-up.
Okay. So if they get the emails after they sign up for the webinar.
Correct.
If Grant is sending out emails to get people to the webinar, won't they get those emails because they sign up for the webinar? So they're going to get it a second time?
If they sign up for yours?
It's a different webinar?
No, it's the same. But for example, if people are if they sign up from your list, from your email, and then, well, it happens that the same person is on Grant's email as well. Well, yeah, they'll get the same email, but there's no way to stop. Like for example,
no, that's fine. But assume it's a different list. Assume they're not on my list. You got Grant sending out messages. I have no idea who they are. They're entrepreneurs who love him. Awesome. They're going to go, he's going to send them, these 5 emails over a week or whatever timing we say. They're going to go to the webinar page. They're going to sign up for the webinar. Then we're going to get their email address and contact information.
Oh, hold on. So I got confused. You're talking about inviting people. So the emails that I'm talking about these are the emails that are getting only when they sign up. You're probably asking about the emails to sign up. Because, for example, he will send them an email and say, hey guys, Evan's just put together an awesome YouTube training. Go sign up here.
Yes.
Those are the email. Okay. Yeah. So those we need to write them. Those we don't have them for them. Okay. I thought you were talking about the regular webinar follow-up, but no, you're asking about, all right, what if, people have no idea maybe from Grant's list what's this YouTube training about. So then, yeah, so those we need to have them done. Those we don't have them.
Okay. The ones after they've registered for the webinar, I don't know that we need to customize them that much because now they've watched my video, my webinar, they learned about me, but it's getting them to sign up for the webinar in the first place.
Yeah, so those we need them. Those we don't have them to hand to the affiliates.
So what's the ask? Like, what's our ideal number of emails, swipe ups, whatever? What do we want to go to them with?
So if it's because I'm assuming most of them are just going to use their list of either emails or many chats, or some people also post them on their social. But ideally, we're looking at 4 to 5 just to sign up. Top 4 to 5 to sign up for the webinar. So one would be, hey, Evan's put together this awesome free training, and then talks a little bit about you, how you built your YouTube influence to over 2 million subs in the last years. Then the second one would be, grow your personal brand with YouTube. The third one will be make more passive income with YouTube. The fourth one would be, so it has to kind of sync, but also attack different things, because somebody on Grant's email list, maybe they just didn't see your email, right? So that's Grant and Evans. But second email, if they didn't sign up for the first one, all right, maybe they want to grow their personal brand. Third one, if they didn't sign up for the personal brand, maybe they want more passive income. Fourth one, hey, you want to become a published author. Here's how Evans actually became a published author based on his YouTube influence. So use that hook, right? And then the fifth one, let's say, it would be a different approach. So we'll hit kind of 5 different tactical hooks, right? Like one would be the connection between you and the affiliate. Second would be personal brand. Third, passive income. Fourth, become a speaker based on your YouTube influence. 5, get a book deal because you have influence on YouTube, type of thing, right?
Okay.
So we attack all these different things, and then we just need like a simple kind of email for each one of them.
Okay. And then what about ManyChat or social?
So for ManyChat would be like a 10% length from the same email. So we'll use the same messaging as we do for the email, but we need to keep it really short and conversational without pushing. Like we can write, if you write a full-blown email in ManyChat, people don't have a chance to read it because it's just the behavior. Like think about it when you get a message from me on Messenger. Like it's just a one sentence. Hey, Evan, can you record this video? Boom, that's it. So that would be the hook. Hey, first name, do you want to grow your personal brand? And then if people say yes, then you send a little bit of a longer message and explain what it is and sign up for the webinar here. And then same thing for social. No, for social, we can actually use the full long post, especially for Facebook.
And are we trying to gear towards like the story swipe ups or actual posts, or both?
Both. Well, in a swipe up situation for Instagram, for example, it's pretty much no text, because it's the text on the image, but there's no other copy, right? Yeah. So it'll be maybe your face, Grant's face, swipe up, grow. It's the same. Actually, we have a couple of really good ones of yours. The only thing in there would be just, all right, now let's use both faces on the same image. Yeah, so those are simple because those we have them already, super good. Some of them we even know, like, hey, Facebook doesn't approve this, Instagram doesn't approve this. Don't use this one. Use this one because this one was the one that got us more leads. Now let's just put an extra face on it, and that's it.
Okay, so how do we move that part forward?
Well, now we know exactly what emails we need to write, and then the ManyChat message that we need. I'm sending you a list of assets that I know they perform well, so you can just maybe send it to your designer and say, hey, these 5 people will be our next affiliates.
Yeah.
Let's make some new images with both of our faces on it.
Mhm.
And then third, once I know maybe the first 2 or 3, well, we can actually go into building the affiliate assets, the unique links for, let's say, 2 or 3 people. And then I would say we wouldn't need more than 10 days to have the first one ready.
Okay.
The first set of links and assets ready for the first affiliate. Yeah, I would say 10 days, something like that.
Okay, but it also requires my team, right? Like we have to create the images and all that stuff, right? Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's say 2 weeks, 10 days to 2 weeks, roughly, with all the back and forth. Let's say they come back and say, hey, maybe we need to edit this, and that. So I would say 2 weeks top.
So if you have ideas or samples or like, hey, make it like this.
I got plenty of it. Yeah, I got plenty of it.
Okay. Then yeah, we can start making it. And then again, if we're just swapping in faces, and again, the emails we send will be just templates. They'll customize it most likely, but they have to have something to customize. So it's not just, hey, go look at this course. It'll help you.
No. We give them the templates. We want to make it as easy and as fast as possible for the person, because at the end of the day, yes, they make their cut, but it's like, you have the most reward after this. Like, yeah, they make their cut, they make if you make sales, they make commissions, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we want to make it as simple and as fast as way possible for them to promote it, so they don't have to spend time to do this. Like, sometimes, like, believe it or not, sometimes we may even need to sign up for their own links and just give them the actual link. Like, I had a customer last month or a month and a half ago. She had to sign up. So she had an affiliate summit, 30 speakers. Out of 30, only 10 actually sign up. So she had to go and sign up for some speakers, affiliate members, and then actually send them their unique webinar link. So for example, in order for an affiliate to have access to those links, they have to physically go in there, put the name, email address, their PayPal, or however they want to get paid.
Yeah.
And then once they sign up, they get access to their unique links. Some people will say, yes, I do it, but time, life gets in the way, whatever. So sometimes we just have to do that, and that's okay. That's part of the game. Okay.
All right. Exciting.
But yeah, that's I'm not worried about that, because that's really, I'm 100% sure that people that will promote it, they'll add their own bonus to it, and people will have more incentives to buy it. So yeah, that's
okay.
That would be super, super cool to see.
Awesome. Okay, well, we got some work to do. Anything else?
100%. No, well, that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, we'll stay in touch, and then next time we'll have we'll definitely have some numbers ready for people, especially from the new offer and also from affiliates next time. So excited to see what's up.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you for the love, Marion.
100%, man. Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Okay.
Soon.
Cheers. If you want to see the last time Marion and I spoke, where he gave me my entire online strategy for the YouTube course, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there. Should we be using ManyChat only as a YouTube course system, or should I be using it as the Evan Carmichael brand for everything that I'm doing?